Welcome to Lost in the Lakes, where you get brews, reviews, but best of all, views. Well, we're on another wild camp. And this time we're going up a little bit higher. Weather's looking nice, midges are out, so it's definitely a good sign. And hopefully we'll get some nice sunsets and stuff. Trouble is, it's starting to get a little bit cloudy now, so I'm not sure what's going to happen. Got a new tent, bit of a heavier weight tent, bit stronger for season one. So if it does get windy, hopefully we should be all right. Okay, I'll see you in a minute. Well, it's official t-shirt weather. So this is the first time I've climbed up a hill in a t-shirt this year. So I was speaking to another couple that came down from the top of Skiddaw, and they said there was no wind. Someone's just sort of lit a fire down there. It's smoking up, and I don't know if you can see it. Is that it there? Possibly. And it's only drifting, which usually indicates little to no wind. Now the wind is coming from the back, from the north, so it's a northerly wind. And we're climbing up the sort of south face. But when we get up over here, it's going to be a bit more exposed. So hopefully in my new 4-season tent, we have no wind. Even though I literally got it just for windy conditions, but you've got to try it out. You don't, when it is windy, you won't know how to set it up. Anyway, it's all a learning curve. I've mocked it up in the back garden, so I know how to set it up, and obviously watched loads of videos about the tent before I bought it, so I knew what I was getting, which is a good thing these days with YouTube and guys like Paul Messner, when his 1 million tent reviews that he has. One of the reasons why I went for this tent, so mine's a 3-season tent, and it's also a lightweight bike packing tent, which means the poles are thinner, which also means they flex more. So they do bend quite easy in wind, especially if the wind changes. So I've got this one. It's got stiffer poles, and you can mount it in the rain. Just heard what sounded like a plane going past. But so that's why I got the tent. You know, it's a good 4-season tent. So I've now got, hopefully, the 2 tents, and only 2 that I need. We've got a lightweight one, I can take bike packing, or just walk in lightweight. Then I've got this one, which is still on the light side of things, but it's, you know, my lightweight tent's under 1 kilo. This one's 1.7 or 1.75 if you want to be exact. So it's a very similar size. So it's gone into thicker materials, thicker poles, and the fly sheet comes straight down to the ground as well, so no wind can whip up in the side, which is again what I found with mine. It kind of arcs up at the edges to let air get in, which is great in summer, but you sometimes sit up in the tent and you can feel the draft, you can feel the difference in the heat. So hopefully this one will be nice. And sod's law, this is the nicest conditions I've ever been in, and I'm going to be in a 4-season tent. 4-season. Oh. Right, I think I'm going to go this way. Okay, another potential we were looking at here, I was thinking if it was going to be windy, you could dip behind these rocks here. This is known as white stones. It's just all white quartz in there. Nice rock formations, you know, so you could sit your tent there and just sit your seat just there and stare at them views all night. And then over there where the sun's setting, see if we can get something over Dodwood. Just get a little bit. There's about another hour of sunlight left, so hopefully this clears. All that blue sky there is coming this way, so hopefully we get a nice little sunset. Well, I'm just on this long drag up the side of Carlside now, and looking down at this little peak there, and I've always looked at it on maps, and it does have a potential camping spot, but it looks very small from here. Like, if I have enough daylight, once I've pitched, I might take a run down and have a look. I'm not walking over there with all this gear. Even though I was saying before it's t-shirt weather, it's still going to drop down to 0 tonight. So I've still had to bring all my winter stuff. I can just kind of see the sun on a similar level to where I am, which usually indicates it's breaking, and I think just over this hill here we go off to the left a bit, and then we'll go to the peak of Carlside. Now, I've been up here, up this track a few times, up Skiddaw and down umpteen times, but never actually been to the summit of Carlside. So on my way up, I've been looking at alternatives, you know, if I need to drop down. So we'll have a look. And in true mountain fashion, you think you're at the top and then it continues on. So, right, I'll bring you back when I get up there. Okay, just coming up here now. See the sun. It's going to pop over here. It's all a bit of a slope, but that second reflection there you can see is the sea. So let's have a little scan around here. Let's just adjust this colour as well. There we go. There we go. How about that? You can see Great End, Great Gable, and over in that distance over there, if you can see it, there's cloud on it, is well, that's Great End where the cloud is, and then just to the right of it is Scarfell Pike. I even forgot what it was. Hopefully we can get a nice sunset. Like I say, it's clearing. We've still got, now we can see the coast, we've still got an hour. In fact, in the distance over there, you can see the peaks on Isle of Man, which is a small island in the Irish Sea. If people don't know, the race motorbikes around it. Okay, so we're coming up to the summit of Carlside, and it's looking quite good for a summit pitch. It is right on the path. You know, this is what happens. People want to come to the summit, so they come to the summit. So it's harder to get a tent up and not annoy anyone. Just in front of us, just see a little peak, little couple of peaks on the fells there. That's the top of Skiddaw. and just over there you've got Uluk. So, you know, it'd be nice. It'd be really nice to get right on the summit, but again, it's all quite rocky. There's a tent just over there, so we can go that way. Again, this path here is a ridge walk, so if we're camping on there, we're going to be you know, right next to the path. You've got these two paths coming down. There's a couple what looks like fell runners coming down, and I'm going to have a little wander over here. I've seen a pitch just off here. This path here, look, you know, it's well trodden, but I think if you can get over this side here, you should get a nice sunset and hopefully a sunrise as well. Just to get past this little peak here. It's quite lumpy, but there's a little bit over there that's looking like it might be the one. Just dropped my bag here. Like I say, we still got a good, I'm told like one hand is an hour, so we've still got a good hour. I'm going to have a wander down here. There's a nice little bit there, but all depends. You know, I feel that if you're coming this way, you're going to get more views. We're off the summit, so there's a nice little bit there. This ground's horrible in winter, but it seems quite nice, soft, almost bed-like for lying on. Now this, again, although it looks nice, it's also a catchment for water. So you might find you get down here, I mean, it has been dry for a couple of days. It's not forecast to rain. You know what, I think this is looking good. Wouldn't go right here, because again, although dry now, it is quite lumpy. But there's a little bit over here that's just looking like it might be the one, and we're away from the peak. That's my bag up there, which is where I'm initially thinking. But here it's looking really good. Sunset right there. Won't get much of a sunrise, but we're up high. We've got a full moon tonight. We might get some nice shadows across the fells. Looking good. You can see all this glistening here. In between. Let's see if I can change the colour on this. Yeah, there's some sort of glistening going on. There's no lake there. This is Bass Lake here, Bassenthwaite, which is the last lake before you hit the west. Right, I'm going to go back up, grab my bag, come back down here, and we'll set up. Okay, time to pitch the tent. I think it's going to go around here somewhere, with it being a freestanding tent. Now I usually fast forward these things, but yeah, I'm on camera. We're going to set it up in normal speed. Now again, this is the first time I've set this up. There's the tent, and there's the poles. It's quite handy, this actually. The peg bag is not separate. It's actually still in a, loads of pegs in here as well. Makes me think, because I bought this B grade, that yeah, look at all them pegs, there's loads of them. Right, so there's no wind, but if there's wind, I usually get the poles out first, and then when you get the tent out, you lay the tent. I can just hear a helicopter. Oh, I can see it. If it comes over this way, I'll move the camera. I think the way it's going though, it looks like it's been on Scafell Pike, and it would be going probably to a hospital. With it being a nice weekend, the fells will be quite busy. Now this, these are pre-angled, so it's different to my other one where the other one's flat. So when I put my tent up, I can lay it on, but these are sort of pre-bent. Yeah, this one's pre-bent as well. Right. Yeah, I can just see it's coming across. Don't know if you can see it or not. And that little white spot there is the helicopter. Yep, it's flying north. It's either flying to Carlisle or to Newcastle. Right, I think we've got the right angle there. Right, now this is a not outer first or inner first, it's outer and inner all together, which I've never had a tent that does that. Oh yeah, it comes with one of these. So it's actually quite nice not pitching a tent in the wind. Usually you've got these red tags. You can see the tent there is tied to the fly. So that's how can we do this without being undignified. Right, let's get this. So on the reviews, a lot of people saying to put them, you can pitch this. There's two eyelets you can pitch it to. The ones are tighter, so you can pull the tent more taut. Now, a lot of people are saying that maybe it's too tight, or well, I'm not too sure, but they don't seem overly confident when they're putting them in the tighter. All right, so this is either bent because it's been bent or it's pre-bent. Either or, it's going up. Right, let's see if we can get that through. Looks like it's stuck on the end there. Now, I think in windy conditions, obviously, I'd peg this out and I would yeah, you'd have to peg it out to put it up like this. I'm just putting all these hooks on tent, so it is now going to become a little bit of a sail. But it's going up quite good. Like I say, it's always good to watch videos of how your tents go up, and so when you're out in the fells, you're not trying to figure out where things go, and you're quite confident that you can put it up quite quickly. Right, so that's the tent up. I'm going to shift around. When you go around a tent like this, you can't actually see where. Oh, yeah. I think this is the point where I was thinking. Now the wind is coming in this way, but if I just angle it like that, I think we should be pretty good. So again, a good thing with the wind, you can, or with any wind, no wind, you can just open the door up and check what it's actually like inside, because the amount of times I've pitch the tent and realise you're on a bit of an angle. Now this has got hooks, 1 hook, 2 hooks, that one, oh yeah, comes right round so you can hook it up like that. You can actually roll it up a bit as well, which we will do. Just pull it back. We'll do the same with the door. And then this tent always comes loose. And I think pretty good where it's at. I say it comes loose. The inner, you've got straps underneath here. Oh, this one's popped out. You've got straps underneath here to pull it. And there's one here as well, which has again come loose. One here, and then that'll pull the tent. Let's pull it back a little bit there. That'll pull the tent a bit more taut now. Now we're going to peg it out. This video is I think it's going to be a little bit longer because I waffled on quite a lot. I could even do this as a separate one. These pegs that come with it. Now I've got the MSR versions of these, the ground stakes, but these feel quite robust, quite thick compared to the sorry, I've got a runny nose. Quite thick compared to the ground hogs, I think they're called. Pull that out. And you do need a lot of pegs for this tent, but it means it will keep really tight. I mean, I've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 already, and we haven't even put the guys out. I think I'll do. These guys are also vents. So yeah, these guy lines are also vent. So having it into the wind like that should be quite good. You know, this is an all-season tent. Got quite good things for locking on the guys. You know what, this tent is going nowhere. I see why people rave about this tent. Or the people that have got it. Now, again, you know, I bought this on the back of YouTubers, just reviews online and recommendations. So the beauty about living in the Lake District is there's a lot of people that know a lot of things about tents and the outdoors, so you can get non-biased reviews. You know, okay, YouTubers sometimes say they're not affiliated, but you never know what happens. You know, as much as they can say they never bought these tents, or you know, even if they were given tents but they were told you can have a non-biased review over it, I'm sure you still feel slightly obliged to give it a slightly nicer review because they gave you the tent. But I bought this. Right, so I'm just going to work out there's another point here, so you could have it like that. Yeah, so there's another point here you can put a peg in, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna need it. Oh, maybe I should have pitched this tent with the door closed. Why is it catching on? Here we go, it's real world problems. There we go. Yeah, that's a bit tight, that. That'll settle. Right, so we've still got another couple of pegs, 2 more, got 3 more. There's that many places to peg it out. I wasn't thinking about bothering doing them ones, but that's where the back of your tent is. So we'll just, and I've got a spare one, which would be here. So again, because I got this B grade, I'm not sure if that one, all the pegs were part of the tents, but let me just give you a 360 of the tent. Right, look at them shadows now coming in. Right. So it's sitting quite well, sitting quite tight. I was wondering if you would need more guy lines in heavier winds, but it does sit quite low. Look at that view. Right, let's get the rest of this sorted. Right, well, I've got my mic down there, hopefully you can hear me all right. That's the tent set up. Just laid up. I've got my lovely down pants on. Got these nature hike ones, they're really nice and don't cost a fortune. So I just thought I'd come down this side of Carlside, down here, because look at that sunset. Wow, that's a thumbnail, isn't it? Look at that. This is my highest camp, and I think we're at about, the summit's about 2,200 feet, so I'm probably about 100 feet off, so I'm about 2,100 feet above 2,000, which is kind of the key really, I suppose. Yeah, there's no, I was looking further down here, you know, just in case there was something that I could look for future camps. There's the sun just about to set, and very peaceful. I could hear some music before, and I think it's maybe down there somewhere. There is a hotel just at the base of here. Right, so I've got my little seat set up. I brought this little thing so I can, you know, have a little scout around, look at all the hills, see if there's anyone else camping. But I'm just going to enjoy this sunset for now. Just going to sit back and chill. This is brilliant. This is, you know, I started in January doing this stuff, and you're in the tent and that's it. And it's all nice, you know, you're getting away, but being able to sit out and just watch the sunset and just take it all in, there's nothing better. Okay, so we've got for tonight Adventure Food Expedition Breakfast. That's not for tonight, that's for the morning. We've got chili con carne, so I haven't tried these ones yet. I know in the last video I said I was going to try them, but never actually got round to it. So we've got them, and we've got the usual Nescafe. This one's the latte one. I've got some different ones because these are quite frothy, these. So, and we've got tonight, we've got blackcurrant flavoured Muggu Muggu. So we'll try this one and see what it's like. I know it's blue, but it's still blackcurrant. Right, we'll give that a taste. It's a bit cosy in this tent, but anyway. Right, so this has got, I said nada de coco last time, and I googled that, and it's small coconut bits, basically. Okay, so blackcurrant, Muggu Muggu. Taste it without the chunky bits, and yeah, tastes like blackcurrant, quite sweet actually. Yeah, it tastes a bit like Ribena, but obviously it's got the coconut bits in. Very nice. Cheers. Right, let that sit for 10 minutes. Fallen asleep when that was doing it. The trouble is with these camps in summer, you tend to eat a lot later. Anyway, I'll get this open and get it tasted. Well, that was really nice actually. When you get the water right and get it properly up to temperature and let it sit for as long as it should and properly mix it, yeah, it's really nice. Well, I'm not just saying that because I'm out camping. I would eat that as a normal meal. So it's time to go to bed, and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. Probably the best night's sleep I've ever had. It was quite calm, and although this tent is a little bit more lower down than my other one, once you're lying down it's all the same. Yeah, all good. And let's have a look outside. So not quite the sunshine I wanted, but it's dry and it's still nice.
Still cold. I think it got down to about 0 last night. But yeah, I was still cozy and warm. All good. Time for breakfast. Right, time has gone off. 8 minutes. It's a little bit cooler now. Let's see, open this bloody thing. It's really sealed. There we go. Mix up. It's a bit gooey, but I suppose that's what you expect. I was expecting some sort of muesli. I haven't even looked at the ingredients on this, but it's got a bit of sort of fruity flavour to it. Yeah, raisins. There we go. Hazelnuts, raisins, oats, sugar, lots of other bits and pieces. Yeah, quite nice. The forecast is not to rain until later today, but it has been there was a little bit this morning. It's obviously dried off already, but a couple of grey clouds over that way, but the wind's still going that way, so quite good, but I haven't really had a proper look that way yet. I'm going to get back up on the top there and have a little look. So this is the first time I've been able to sort of relax in the morning. Usually I've had something to do and get down for, so I've had a bit of a lie. I say bit of a lie, it's still 7:30. Sort of chilled out for a bit. What to wait now. Packed a couple of things away. I'm going to try this Thermarest micro pump to let this thing down and see how that goes. Wasn't overly impressed with it blowing it up, but we'll see what happens. Haven't a lot of people use the NeoAir, but I thought I'd give this a shot. Yeah, seems to maybe not got it in right or something, but anyway, on with the breakfast. Time for a brew. Looks massive there, doesn't it, with the camera angle?
Right, that's it. Usual crack, leave no trace, nothing left, and a little padded down bit of grass. That's the top of Skiddaw there. Now just clouds coming in, so I'm just going to walk up to the top here, one last little look around, and then we're going to head down. Okay, so this is the top of Carlside. Skiddaw's just over there, Little Man. We're about the same height as the col between sort of Skiddaw and Little Man. And over there you've got Alpkit Pike, the one in between that I keep forgetting his name. Just down there is Binsey, and you've got sort of Scotland just over the distance there. Looking around, there's a little bit of cloud there. That was Isle of Man. Yeah, you can go on and on forever, but there's lots and lots. I'm starting to remember more names now as I'm coming up more often, which is good. And yeah, I think we're going to head off down. Right, so I'm just going to that ridge there now. I've seen this ridge on maps and looked at it, but I've never been. When I've looked on maps, there's kind of footpaths to it, but kind of not. I followed what started to look like a footpath, and now it's just this little bit here. It's kind of the only thing we've got to go on that was a footpath here. But I just want to get up to that point. It just looks inviting. So bear in mind, we're coming out of winter, so this is as undergrown as it would be, and it was soon to be overgrown, or a lot thicker. You know, this heather's just coming out now. We're just coming up to the peak of the mountain. This is where we are. Carlside is up there. When I was on about white stones, a few white stones there. And this is this little, I mean, it's a human trail, it's not a sheep trail, because why would a sheep want to go and sit on top of a mountain? But look at this. There we go. So there's a couple of tracks you can see coming off here. I followed one that come across here and then came down this bit here and then along. And although I could see them tracks, I can't see where they go to. I'm assuming these are sheep trails because there's a little level patch down here. So I'm going to probably walk back along and then match up to there. And I think, is that a sheep or is it another white rock? Probably a white rock. Just coming up to the summit again. Yeah, I mean, what looked like a nice camping place. Just a little bit dangerous, just with that. Well, that's been another successful wild camp. And it's been probably one of the best so far. Many more to come, many more enjoyable ones as the summer comes along. So, from Lost in the Lakes and the White Stones, I'll see you in the next one.